The British army was coming to take his kingdom. He had built it with his own hands over decades, and rather than let them have it, he burned it to the ground himself. This is the African king who gave Britain nothing but ashes. Samori Toure was one of West Africa's greatest military leaders, founder of the Wassoulou Empire in modern Guinea. For nearly 2 decades, he resisted French colonial expansion with military brilliance that made European commanders genuinely respect and fear him. But eventually the pressure became overwhelming. When it became clear that his capital city would fall, Samori Toure gathered his people and made an announcement that shocked everyone. He would not surrender his city. He would not let the French walk into what he had built and claim it as their prize. If they wanted his kingdom, they could have what was left of it. The decision to burn everything he had built, his palace, his stores, his city, was one of the most painful choices any leader has ever made. This wasn't destruction out of anger. It was a calculated, deliberate act of defiance. You cannot conquer what no longer exists. The fires that consumed the Wassoulou capital burned for days. Everything Samurai had built, the architecture, the stores of weapons, the infrastructure of his empire, turned to ash. His people watched their home disappear, knowing their king had chosen this over surrender. When French forces finally marched into what had been one of West Africa's greatest cities, they found nothing. No palace to occupy, no stores to loot, no infrastructure to use, no prize to display back in Paris. Samori Toure had denied them everything they came for. But Samori himself was free. He retreated east with his people and began the extraordinary process of rebuilding, constructing a new capital, reorganizing his army, and continuing his resistance. The French had taken his city. They hadn't taken him. The French military reports from this period are remarkable for what they reveal: genuine frustration at dealing with a commander who refused to play by conventional rules. Samurai kept them chasing him for years after burning his capital. Every time they thought they had him, he was somewhere else entirely. Even after his eventual capture in 1898, Samori Toure remained unbroken in spirit. He had fought for nearly 20 years. He had denied the French their prize at the moment of apparent victory. He died in exile, but he died having given everything for his people's freedom. They came for his kingdom. He gave them ashes. Samori Toure proved that true defeat requires your consent, and he never gave it. Subscribe to Afrin Told for more forgotten African stories every week. These stories deserve to be told.